हेलो फ्रेंड्स, कैसे हो आप सब लोग। उम्मीद करता हूँ आप सब लोग बहुत अच्छे होंगे, मजे में होंगे। सो मैं एक न्यू प्लेलिस्ट स्टार्ट कर रहा हूँ जहाँ पे मैं एक रियल एंड लाइव इंटरव्यू आपके साथ शेयर करूंगा। तो मैं यहाँ पे जिन कैंडिडेट्स के इंटरव्यू कंडक्ट करूंगा या फिर मैं अगर कहीं भी इंटरव्यू के लिए अप्लाई कर रहा हूँ तो वो एक्सपीरियंस कैसा है वो आपके साथ मैं शेयर करूँगा। सो आपको इंटरव्यू की काफ़ी हद तक नॉलेज हो जाए कि इंटरव्यू कैसे होते हैं, क्या क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं, किस क्वेश्चन का कैसे आंसर देना है। आने वाले लेक्चर्स में मैं आपको इंटरव्यू में कैसे आपको खुद को रिप्रेजेंट करना है, आपका सीवी कैसा होना चाहिए, आपको इंटरव्यू में पूछने वाले क्वेश्चंस के आंसर कैसे देने होते हैं, इन सब की हम प्रिपरेशन करेंगे। सो माय नेम इज विनय मौर्य, आई एम अ सीनियर सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर एंड फॉर्मर गवर्नमेंट टीचर। आई एम अ ट्रेनर एंड टेक्निकल इंटरव्यूअर। सो मैं ये कोर्स उनके लिए बनाया हूँ जो आईटी में जॉब करना चाहते हैं, चाहे आप आईटी के स्टूडेंट हो या फिर नॉन आईटी के स्टूडेंट्स हो, चाहे आप मैकेनिकल, सिविल, इलेक्ट्रिकल, कॉमर्स या फिर बीए बैकग्राउंड से हो। चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करके अपना बना लेना और लाइक कर देना, सो मुझे पता लगता है कि कितने स्टूडेंट्स मेरे साथ कंटिन्यूसली इस लेक्चर को अटेंड करके इससे सीख रहे हैं। और कमेंट में हैशटैग प्रेजेंट लेके अपनी अटेंडेंस भी मार्क कर देना। मैं देख रहा हूँ कि आप सबकी अटेंडेंस डे बाई डे काफ़ी ज़्यादा डिक्रीज होती जा रही है। सो आज इसका इंटरव्यू लिया था मैंने। सो he was very skilled and having very good experience in ReactJS, nearly 6 to 7 years of experience. He answered all the question in well mannered and professional way. Due to some privacy reasons, I couldn't share his details in like his name and his photographs or videograph with you. पर आप हमारी कन्वर्सेशन को सुन सकते हो क्योंकि मैंने कौन से उससे क्वेश्चंस पुट किए एंड किस क्वेश्चंस को उसने कैसे टैकल किया है, कैसे आंसर्स दिए हैं। तो कुछ उसमें कोडिंग भी होगा, तो मतलब आपको यहाँ पे बहुत कुछ सीखने मिलेगा। सो आई डेफिनेटली रिकमेंड कि आप सब हर हर एक क्वेश्चन को नोट कर लो, अपने नोट्स बना लो और अच्छे से उन सबको एनालिसिस करके उनको अच्छे से प्रिपेयर करो। तो सो आप फ्यूचर जब भी इंटरव्यू फेस करो तो बहुत इजीली डील कर सको। मैं ये नहीं चाहता कि जो आंसर ही कैंडिडेट दे रहा है तो आप उसी वैसा ही आंसर कॉपी पेस्ट कर लो। तो यू हैव टू राइट इट बाय योर ओन, डू सम रिसर्च, डू सम R&D एंड देन फाइनल अकॉर्डिंग टू योर R&D जस्ट प्रिपेयर सम नोट्स। एंड जो भी क्वेश्चंस मैं पूछूंगा तो आई वुड लाइक कि आप उनको कमेंट सेक्शन में अटेम्प्ट करोगे। सो मुझे पता लगता रहेगा कि आपके आंसर सही है गलत है। सही आंसर देने वाले को मैं हार्ट दूंगा। तो फिर चलते हैं इंटरव्यू की तरफ।
Okay, and what are the pure function?
Pure functions are the ones which does not contain any side effects. So it is predictable functions, like what arguments we pass will get the result, same result. It does not depend on or use any variable outside the functions. That will not be a pure function. That will make the function values not predictable, because that depends on outside variables, outside the scope of that function. So pure functions, like if I give you an example like reducers. So reducers in React we create, those are pure functions. Those do not have any side effects.
Okay. So what is difference between deep clone or shallow clone? I mean to say deep copy or shallow copy.
Shallow copy means like suppose we are copying an object from, creating an object from another object. So shallow copy will only copy the primitive values, but it will not create a separate copy for non-primitive like arrays, objects. It will have the reference. Like example for that is assign, object dot assign. So those created with object dot assign from one, it will not nest the inner child, right? So deep copy means you are creating separate copy for reference type also, non-primitives also.
Okay. Right. So what if I have some object, for example, okay. So if I assign this to some other object, so can you tell me, so is this shallow copy or deep copy?
Okay. So this is shallow copy.
Okay. Okay, so how can we do deep copy?
With spread we can do, and JSON dot or parse. We can stringify and parse it.
Mm-hmm. And any other method?
I think object was assign will also work here.
Okay. Okay. So as you told is spread operator some. So what is difference between spread operator and rest operator? Both are used by three dots, right?
Yeah.
So what are difference?
The both are actually same, but the difference is of context. Like spread operator, we want to spread any iterable inside another iterable, like here only in this example. So if I do this const and I can spread this ABC, right? Like this. So we will get this ABCs, these objects values A10, B20. So that is a spread basic use case. Rest operator means if you are passing arguments to a function, and it will take first argument, it will write the first argument A, B, and rest of the arguments with three dots and args. So there, in that context, this spread operator becomes is called a rest operator.
Okay. Okay. So I have an array. Okay. Okay. So what will if I print this D?
Yeah.
So
Print
what?
this D.
Okay. So what will be the output?
Um, so it will be 3.
That's right. Okay. So last we are going to React, and then I'll give you an exercise. Okay. So
Okay.
what are decorators in React?
Decorators.
Hmm.
Decorators, never heard of that.
Okay. Okay. So what is different between class and function component?
Class-based components were mostly used prior to version 16.8 after the introduction of hook, because functional components are widely used. The main primary difference you can say is class-based components. We have error boundaries with that. Like they have an error boundary which can be created it can only be created as a class-based component. Apart from that, no difference. Like all the lifecycle methods we can have with function-based components as well.
Okay. So do you know any new hooks of React 18?
Yes, use transition hook and yes, use transition hook.
Okay. There are several more, but fine, because widely we don't use transition UID, so we are just stuck with the previous. Okay. So what is different between use effect and use layout effect?
Use effect and layout effect are the same basically, but layout effect will run prior to render before the render, and it is synchronous as well. It will block the UI basically. The use effect is asynchronous.
Okay. So like if I want to pass some data after getting API, and so what shall I use effect or use layout effect? So I just want like first data get, and then populate into UI, and after that user can see it. So what shall I prefer, use effect or use layout effect? I hope you got
Use
my
effect.
question. Hmm?
use effect. Use
Sorry,
effect.
huge effect. Okay.
Use
Okay, okay, okay. So what is React Fiber?
React Fiber is a compiler basically, which is reconciler which uh, calculates which is used for reconciliation. Like
Mm-hmm.
using the diffing algorithm, we get Fiber will create Fiber nodes and then calculate the difference between this snapshot and previous snapshot. And output of this is the DOM changes to be made to the React DOM library.
Okay, so what are the forward ref?
Forward refs are if you wish to call the child components functions inside the parent component, right? From the parent component, you create the forward refs using a ref and create the forward refs, and there you pass those functions using the use imperative handle hook.
Okay, so what are the controlled and uncontrolled component?
Controlled component, like what React's basic fundamental is, what React says is you take care of the data layer and I'll take care of the UI, right? So if you give me the correct data, I'll paint the right UI. So that is if we are uh, creating any element or any component that is handled with the state changes, whose value is handled with the state changes, then it's a controlled component. Like we have the control over the data. But uncontrolled components, there we use the refs. We directly access the DOM and directly access the value using the ref.
Okay, so, I mean, according to you, which when we are dealing directly with DOM, so that is uncontrolled component.
Yes.
Okay, so what is
Yeah.
different between React Redux Thunk and Redux Saga?
Difference. I haven't used Saga. I've used Thunk only. That was used for like asynchronous API calls with Redux. Difference. I haven't worked with Saga.
Okay, okay. Basically, in our in this company, widely we are using Saga, no? Okay, so
Okay.
okay, so what is
But
what do you understand by lazy loading?
lazy loading is something when to reduce the bundle size. Basically, that is the optimization. Uh, you don't have to load all the components upfront. I mean, just load those components when they are needed. For example, a login page. You don't need to have load the whole application upfront. Just login page upfront. If someone is authorized or authenticated, then we can load other components. For example, an admin will not be requiring the other users components, like, or other user won't be requiring to load admins. So though we can lazy load that. Lazy load means delaying the component or getting the component when they are only requested or needed.
Can you write the syntax for?
That yeah, yeah. Shall I share my screen, right?
Yeah, I can. If you are comfortable, you can open GSBin or Code Sandbox. Otherwise, you can just type
Yeah.
in the chat. I'm fine with that.
Um, I'll be in the code sandbox.
It seems your camera got turned off.
Okay. So my screen is visible.
Yeah, your screen is yes. Now I can see. It's mine.
Okay. Suppose there is this child component, right? So I wish to lazy load this. So what I will do is we'll import the lazy from React. It's in here. So we can right. So we will need as well.
Okay, fine. I just want to see syntax. That's right.
Okay.
Okay, so do you ever heard about tree shaking? Tree shaking.
Tree shaking algorithm.
Hmm. What is tree
No.
shaking? Okay. So how can we prevent re-rendering of any component? Just like if I have a component, so whenever I load some data or whenever I do anything, it just got re-render.
Mhm. So you want to prevent. Say I'm loading any data from an API, for example,
Hmm.
and I'm setting the state. Then it re-renders.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So any
So we
another region?
we can use refs instead of those variables which state variables. Like ref that won't re-render the component if in change of at the change of ref.
Okay. Okay. So do you have ever heard about polyfill or work on
Yes.
polyfill? Babel.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes. It is for browsers. Like some browsers won't handle those functions. Like so we write polyfills for map, reduce, and in those functions.
Okay. And what Babel does?
What Babel does,
Hmm.
Babel transpiles the code basically. This code, JSX code, this is not understandable to the browsers, so it has to be changed to the ES5 syntax, JavaScript, and
Hmm.
so that's what Babel does.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm giving you an exercise. So just a basic JavaScript, simple JavaScript. So just like I have some string. Okay. For example, as you know, like we have some IP addresses. Okay.
Mhm.
So I'll give you an string, and you need to find. Uh, okay. For example, we have a string with 10 10 3 2 1 0 4 3 4 1 8 3, some random string. Okay, 4 F E D E A, and I want to extract an API from these. For example, it is then
You sharing something with me? I can't see
and
any.
actually I'm sharing in chat.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so this is your input, like
Hmm.
as you can see, and this is input, and it must be output. Like from a string you need to create an IP address.
Okay. On what basis?
Sorry.
Like on what basis? Like for this input, how to compute this 10 to 2010? What will be the uh, what should be the means
Okay,
logic behind it?
okay, I'll give you a scenario. So last time I working on a project, so there was an input box. So user can type anything. Anything means to anything. And when I compile this, so from that string I need to extract IP address. Need to format that string into an IP address. So as you can see inside this string, you can find some numbers like 10, 3 to 1, and you have to arrange this number in this structure. The string could be anything.
On what basis means I should pick 2010 and 183 and 230? That's what I'm asking.
I couldn't get your question.
Okay, so I get this input 10E32, right?
Hmm. Whatever is
So
this?
and I got the output as 10.2010. So
Just I just give you a format. Just ignore this output. It would be, so for example, it would be 10, 3, 2, 1, and 0, 4, 3 dot 833, like in this format. I just want a number, a series of number Like first after 2 characters there will be a decimal, then after 3 characters there would be a decimal, after after 3 characters there would be a decimal, and the length of this won't be increased from 3 3 6 9 10 11, not more than 11 numbers.
Okay. Okay. So we insert this dot after every 2 or 3.
First after
Like
2, then
huh.
after 3 3.
Huh.
For more clarification, you can use this input and output would be this. I shared you another string.
Achha, okay.
Hmm. On number one, you got confused now, so that's why I created new string.
ठीक है.
If you want to use ES6 features, you can use array prototypes of ES6 if you feel comfortable in that.
Okay.
Or if you are comfortable in for loop, then you can go. I'm okay with all of it. I just need an output. Okay. And there are 2-3 ways of doing it. Sorry.
And there are 2-3 ways of doing it. I'm doing just a minute. I need 5 minutes for this.
Please do quickly. Like I have there another interview at 4 p.m.
Okay. Okay. Just 5 minutes. I'll take.
Yeah, sure. Amit, do you need more time? Like I.
See, I mean, I can tell you the approach. Like, it will take 5 more minutes, but I see you don't have time. But I'll tell you the approach, right? That this we have taken this so that we won't take any alphabets, right? And inside this result, we are storing the result, right? And so this dot we are having after 2, we will, if I equals to like second element, we will insert a dot in place of it.
Got it. Fine.
Correct. And input as well. So if any value, we'll add the input I also. So we have already filtered this. It shouldn't be included in this.
Okay. What about the dot which we are going to provide after 3 characters?
Yes.
Like first after 2 characters there will be a dot, and after 3 characters then a dot, and then another 3 character another dot.
So then we increment the dot with 3, like 2, then 3, then third time dot will be like 5, right? So next time I will be 5, it will replace with the dots.
Okay. And why it is not working as I can see your output?
Yeah, that's what I'm debugging. Actually, I need 5-10 minutes, so that's why.
Okay, your approach is good, but it is too complicated. So I'll suggest you a better approach. After this, you can try that. First, you have to split this string. If you are good with the ES6, so first you just need to split this string which you are using in passing as an argument, and second, use filter and create a new array of numbers, right? Just you just need to write a single line. First approach to split string. Okay. The second one, the array you got from those splitter string, like dot filter.
If I can implement that if you have 5 minutes.
No, actually I'm already running late. Vamshi is calling me. So I'm just helping you just to in future if you got this such thing, so you can. Okay, so here you don't need to write any other condition. Where it gone? Oh, I had typed so many things, it got vanished. Okay.
So we can filter out the numbers first, and then looping on that we can add the dot.
No, we don't need loop there. After filtering, what you will get an array of numbers, right? Array of numbers. There won't be any special character or there won't be any alphabets. You will have pure array of number. Then you can use splice prototype.
Okay.
There will be three splice will be used here. Okay. First after 2 character, and second after 6 character, and third one after 10th character. Okay.
Oh, got it. Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay, it was a nice conversation. Okay, sure. I'll give your feedback to HR and she will get back to you. Okay.
Sure.
Okay. Anything you want to ask from me?
No, nothing.
Okay. Thank you. See you soon. Bye.
Thank you.
उम्मीद करता हूँ आपको ये सेशन काफ़ी अच्छा लगा होगा। यहाँ पे आपको बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिला होगा। अगर सीखने को मिला है तो प्लीज़ तो नीचे में कमेंट करके मुझे ज़रूर बताना। फिर भी अगर आपका कोई डाउट है, कोई क्वेश्चन, तो प्लीज़ कमेंट, आई विल डेफिनेटली आंसर देयर। अगर हो सका तो हाँ 1-to-1 इंटरेक्ट करके मैं आपके डाउट्स को क्लियर करूँगा। तो फिर मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में। एज जर्नी कंटिन्यूज।